I'm your host, Ariel.
And I'm your host, Alyssa,
Welcome to Ghost Tea Podcast.
a podcast for those who seek magic.
Hello, ghosties. Welcome back.
Hello, everybody. We are in season 4 of Ghost Tea Podcast. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. And we are giving some updates in this episode.
And just a reminder, as always, that everyone has different views on things, and that's okay. We don't ask you to believe what we do. We just want to share what we found in our personal path with others. So it is a new year.
Yep. New
And
Year.
yeah,
We got some bittersweet news to share. It is
yes.
with mixed emotions that I share this news, and I have decided to step back as co-host of Ghost Tea Podcast. And listen before you yell at me. Before you yell at me. As much as I've been so happy and have loved being a part of Ghost Tea Podcast over the past year, it has been so much fucking fun. I've been pulled in different directions lately. I've been really, really drawn to my passion for coaching and mentoring and creating content on Patreon and all kinds of other projects that I have going on. And for me, I really believe that it's important to follow your interests and your passions as they come up. As I've said so many times over the past year on Ghosty, it's all about following the flame that ignites inside of you. It's following that passion, what sets your soul on fire. So follow that flame wherever it may take you. And in this stepping back from Ghost Tea and Ariel taking over Ghost Tea as her primary host once again, I'll be able to focus a little bit more on guiding individuals on their spiritual journeys and giving that mentorship and creating more content for my Patreon and other fun things I've got in the pipeline. So, without even question, I have a huge thanks to give to Ariel for allowing me to join her on this beautiful, beautiful journey over this past year. It's been incredibly transformative, and I'm very, very grateful from the bottom of my heart to you, Ariel, and to all of our ghosty listeners. There are so many fun memories that we've created over the past year. 2023 was an absolute ride. And for you, on being a part of that journey for me, I can't express how grateful I am for it. And listen, I'm still going to be around, just in a different capacity. You can still follow me on all my social media, my website, my Patreon, all those good things. Like, I'm not disappearing off the face of the earth. I'll still be a fellow ghosty listener. I'll just be stepping back from leading from the front, and I'll just be joining y'all in the fun as a listener. So again, thank you so, so much from the bottom of my heart. What a fun year that was. As I was reflecting back on some of the different episodes that we've covered over the year, I just couldn't help but laugh and laugh and laugh, thinking about all the beautiful things that we've covered and how fucking ridiculous our bloopers are, and just how much fun all those topics are to dive into, and to be able to give people the courage, confidence, and safe space to explore topics that are taboo, or that people are afraid to ask about, or they just want additional clarity. And for that, I couldn't be more thankful.
Yeah, of course. And I'm so just eternally grateful for the opportunity to have you as a co-host. It's been such an honor, and I feel like it has helped Ghost Tea grow in so many ways that I never imagined. And I know that there are so many listeners, including me myself, who are grieving this change, but also I'm so excited to see where it takes you. And I'm really excited to see where your projects go, and also, definitely encourage people to like follow you on your platforms and make sure that they're still supporting you in your endeavors forward. Change happens and transition happens, and sometimes it takes us in different directions.
I'm
I'm
excited
not
to
sh-
see what happens with Ghost Tea. And there's been
Yeah.
so much amazing information that we've shared, and what incredible collaborations we've had as well. And
Yeah.
I'd love to hear from people, if you don't mind, is to share some of your favorite episodes from 2023. I would love to
Yes.
hear from you guys what your favorite ones were and which ones were really transformative and helpful on your journey, because like I said, I'm not disappearing. I would still love to hear from you guys. Ariel will pass on what you guys send along in messages, or you can email me and share. I would love to hear about it. And, like Ariel said, change. change is inevitable. It is a beautiful thing. And there is, to me, no better platform I would rather direct people to than Ghosty, for a place that's safe and fun and intriguing and interesting and supports people who have genuine passions and interests in these topics and come from a place of sharing and encouragement and empowerment, and in a space that can be very fragile, in the sense that we're so emotionally invested in our spiritual selves and what spirit has to offer to us. You couldn't really ask for a better mix. And listen, like, the thing for 2024 is, a lot of people set big goals for themselves at the beginning of the year, and for me, I try to avoid that, to be honest with you. I try to avoid just big overarching goals. These are things that I've been piping around for a little while. I've been letting them simmer. And I think that 2024 is going to be a really great year. And oh, by the way, Rosie in the background agrees. she's like barking at the people walking by. She's like, "You will listen to Ghosty podcast." So all that to be said, continue to support Ghost Tea, please and thank you. It's a beautiful podcast. And like I said, when you have moments of change, it's going to be really hard. It takes courage to let go of something that has brought you so much joy and happiness. It takes a lot of courage. It's not an easy decision to make. It's not easy to wave goodbye to our ghosty listeners. And I'll miss you all so very much, but it has been such a great year. So thank you again, Ariel, for having me as a co-host.
Yeah, of course. It was something that I never would change. It was a very, very good year, and I enjoyed our conversation so much,
Me
and
too.
the things that we discussed, and the bloopers especially.
That was my, as I was like going through some of our old ones, I was like, listen to these
Yes.
bloopers.
They were incredible, and
Mhm.
I love that we have that, recorded. It just makes me so happy.
Oh man.
It
So
was
many
very
good
good.
topics though.
Yes,
Like I was looking through
yes.
some of them and oh my God, like, oh, I don't even know which one would be my favorite if I had to pick.
I know, same.
I
I
really,
did.
really enjoyed, like, I mean, obviously our paranormal investigation was like a full-on adventure. Like y'all got the details, but that was a full-on adventure. Like that was a
It
lot
was.
of fun. But like as I was looking through some of the past ones, I think probably one of my favorites would be our death witchery episodes.
Yes, I was actually about to say the same thing. It was between that and the mediumship episode for me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really liked both of those.
And I mean, how apropos that both of those are surrounded around transformation and
Yep.
change themselves. I mean, that is what this is too. It is literally in line with what those episodes get into, which is that death of something and the beginning of something else, and that finding courage and strength in transformation. And yeah, I would say that those would be my favorite. But there was another one, like our deity work part 1 and part 2 are really popular ones that people
Yes.
enjoy listening to, but I think part 2 was probably my favorite because that's where we got
Mhm.
real vulnerable with people about the realities of
Yeah.
deity work. And
And I
that was
remember we were so scared to post
sweaty,
that
we were
too.
nervous, we were like, "I don't know if people," like, because, the goal is never to make people feel afraid, but, there's certain things that it just is what it is. And in those episodes, I felt that, and similarly with mediumship, we got to the actual real nitty-gritty and death witchery too, of,
Mhm.
like, some of the things that can be challenging, and that not everything's gonna come easy to you. And so, when you're going through transformations and changes like this one, I mean, it can hurt, but it can also be a great opportunity to make space for something new. So, I'm trying not to cry because the thing is,
Same.
for me, is that this podcast has allowed me to grow so much as an individual and so much as, oh, I'm crying.
Yep.
So
Same.
much as an individual and so much as a creator and as a part of a community and as Ariel's friend. And it's like I said, bittersweet. And I'm crying. God damn it. It
I was
takes
like,
a lot to get me to cry.
yeah, as you all know, it doesn't for me.
It doesn't for you.
I cry at the drop of a hat.
But as I get older, I've noticed I'm connecting in more with the emotions of, like, letting them come out in the form of crying, so I am starting to cry more often, but honestly, like I said, like, I know I've said this a few times now, but truly and literally, I don't know if my words will even convey how impactful this journey has been, but thank you again to everybody. It has meant the world to me, and I'm so honored to have been a part of your journey and to have been a part of Ariel's journey, and for Ghosty to continue to succeed and thrive. I can't wait to watch that happen.
Yeah, and honestly, the same to you with your endeavors. Like I'm really excited to see what you're able to do with Patreon and the coaching and stuff like that. It's really exciting. It's like you said, it's bittersweet. It's something where like there's always that pain in transition, but there's always the excitement of seeing what it brings. And those are just it's just such a mixture of emotion to
It is.
feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This year has been very, very transformative
Yeah.
already.
It's like the end of January, and it's like, "What the fuck is going
I
on?"
know.
But it's
It's it
it's
reminds me that episode in Bob's Burgers where where he says it's only it's the 2nd week of January and it's always already been such a year.
That's so real, dude.
It is.
I mean,
And
dude, like,
I
we're
feel that.
recording this, like, on what? Like, the 2nd to last week of the
Yep,
month? And
yep.
I don't even know, like, this has been this has been a lot to process,
Yeah.
um, like I said, I can't wait to see how Ghost Tea grows, and people have been loving the merch, and that makes me happy, and I'm so
Yeah.
excited to continue to rock Ghost Tea podcast merch myself,
Yeah.
and I just I I can't even express how grateful I am, and I know that, the growth that Ghost Tea podcast has had over the past year, is very much thanks to the ongoing efforts of our listeners to share with their friends and with people
Yes.
that they think might enjoy it. So please continue to do that. I would love to
Yeah.
see it continue to grow.
Yeah, and it's talking about merch, there's gonna be some more merch releases soon too. I've wanted to expand the line a little bit just because we were a little bit limited with our previous
Mhm.
merch supplier. So I've been integrating some stuff with a new one, and so I'm excited to launch that soon. And that way you have more ways to support the podcast. If anything, like I just I want I want this message to be a reminder to people that change isn't always a bad thing.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
It's rough, I know. It hurts. It hurts. But it's a good hurt. It will make space for new beautiful things to unfold, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I mean, for Ghosty, for you, for me, I think it's gonna be beautiful. And I just want more Ghosty merch. I want a toque. That's I hope that's what you're gonna release as a toque because I
I
need a toque.
I don't have access to that yet, but I do have 2 different style beanies that are
Oh,
embroidered.
okay, good. Good. That's
One
great.
one is a pom-pom beanie, and the other one is
Yes.
just a regular beanie.
Fuck
And then I
yeah.
also have thermoses, which I'm super freaking stoked about.
Is it a Stanley Cup?
Are people going to swarm the stores for ghost teeth Stanley Cup?
Oh my god. Oh, could you imagine just, like, someone being like, "Stanley Cup haul," and it's just the ghost it's just Ghosty logo.
Oh my god.
The Ghosty the Ghosty Stanley Cup's just in the just in the corner of the dark.
Oh my god, you know what I would love? I wish I had the ability to do this. I wish that I could have a thermos that's a ghost tea thermos, but the logo is glow in the dark. I would
Oh!
die.
Well, at the very
I
least,
want
you could
that
do
so
that
bad.
probably with a sticker, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. That's
you can
well,
just do a sticker, put it on your own
yeah,
water
there's
bottle.
gotta be glow in the
Oh,
dark
100%.
stickers.
Oh, 100%. 100.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're such a millennial, and I love it.
I feel like the mom from Mean Girls now, where it's like, "I'm a
Yes!
cool mom."
Oh my god, that feels yes, I relate to that so much. I
I'm
feel
a
like I show up every day trying to be like the cool kids and just fail miserably.
Do we say slay now?
I
Slay.
is slay past? Can we make slay happen?
Just it's slay do it. Slay? Slay.
Stop trying to make slay happen. It's not gonna happen.
You know what I've noticed? That this is so off topic, but just on topic kind of, is, people stopped using the term bestie, and I don't know why. And I'm like,
Oh,
"Why?"
well, they kind of use "bay" now, I guess, but
I've
that
always
just it
hated
still feels
they.
weird. Yeah, "bay" just feels you know why? Because it reminds me of Old Bay seasoning.
Well well, also,
I don't
yes.
know why, but it reminds me of that, and that's what I think about every time I see it, and I'm just like, "Old Bay seasoning."
Hold up, hold up. I
That's
remember
all I think
reading a
of.
while ago that the word "bay" in a different language has a meaning that is very much not what "bay" means to us, and I can't remember
Oh.
what language it is or what it is that it that it translates into, but it doesn't mean baby for this other, oh, there it is. Hold on. It's the Danish word for poop.
That
So
is
So
incredible. So
I
literally
can't say it anymore without thinking about, like, the fact that it doesn't mean what people think it
oh
means.
my god, so basically, if I were to call you bae, I would just be saying, "Oh, poop."
Yeah, pretty much.
I love that though. I kind of love that. Like,
So, yeah,
oh,
I've noticed that that's
wow.
kinda so, but bestie, I
Wouldn't
think,
that
has
mean that it's a veiled insult though?
I feel like for the poor Danish speakers, they're probably like, "Please stop."
They're like, "Please, please don't make poop a thing that happens."
Like,
Like,
"Please stop saying 'love you, bae.'" Like, "Please stop saying." And
oh
also,
my
why do we
gosh.
feel the need to shorten baby? It's 2 syllables.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. That's how
2
I've always felt about
syllables.
my name too. Like, I don't know if anybody has ever just called you A, but,
No.
like okay,
But I have been
good.
called Liz and Lissa,
Oh,
which are
uh,
great. I welcome
well,
those.
okay, because
Yeah.
when people call me, like, A or Ari, I'm just like, Ariel is not that short, like,
But, like,
it's not that
Ari
long.
is like, what even is that? Because 'Cause you're not even that far off from the L.
Right,
Why
that's the
would you do
thing,
that?
that's the thing.
But
When
mine's 3
people say Ari, I'm
syllables.
just like, "Please don't."
Lissa. So, like,
Yeah,
a lot of people just shorten it to Liz or Alyssa, which I don't mind at all. But I
yeah.
do
Those
I
ones sound better than Ari in my opinion.
I do mind
Ari just
Allie,
sounds
though.
weird. Uh,
I've
people have
had people
called
call
you
me
Allie?
Allie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
ALY. Okay, I
Well, they
get
just took
that.
the "saw" off, and I was like, "No, no.
Yeah,
You don't get to do that."
that yeah, you don't look like an Allie, that's
I
the thing.
don't look like an Allie, and you
You
don't
look
look
like
like
an
an Ari.
Alyssa, and you look like Alyssa or Liz, but you don't look like an Allie.
Yeah, and you don't look like an Ari.
Thank
Isn't
you.
Ari like I feel like it's like a man's name. It's like a man's
I know Ariel is, a man's name for a lot of people. Ari
Oh, I just did a Google, and apparently Ari is a common masculine name given in Hebrew that means lion.
yeah, because Ariel as a name means Lion of God.
Okay, so then that makes sense because I know I've talked to like men or masculine presenting people that have the name Ari as their, like, full last name, not, like, shortened.
Oh. I
Yeah.
haven't met any Aries that are men yet.
Anyway, that's totally off topic, but, that's just what happens, man, so, you know. That's what we do. We roll with the conversation. It
Um,
takes us it takes us to
it takes
men's
us
names.
it ta it takes us places, but never where we planned.
Yeah,
You know what
basic
it reminds me of? It reminds me of how in, like, The Last Airbender, Uncle Iroh says, like, "You've you've always been chasing wisdom, but wisdom is always faster."
Wait, wait. Uncle Iroh dropping wisdom all
Oh
the
my
fucking
gosh.
time, dude.
I love his character. I need it on a sweatshirt. I really
God,
need
his
that on a
voice
sweatshirt.
too, delightful.
I know.
Delightful.
I've really wanted to rewatch that series. Like,
Go do it.
yeah, I've really wanted to do it. I I if any of you follow me on social media, like, you will have known that, like, recently my dad has passed. And within this initial grieving process, I have been turning to, like, Studio Ghibli and all of the things that are just, like, very nostalgic for me as, like,
Mhm.
safe places, and, so I've felt this big draw to watching The Last Airbender again because I need to hear, "My cabbages," again.
My
My
cabbages!
cabbages.
I
I hope they don't ruin the live action one. I'm gonna be
am worried about
I'm
that.
scared. I'm
Same,
scared.
same. I mean,
I
if you
have anxiety.
watch the Airbender and then just go ahead and watch Korra. That'll be a nice
Yeah.
long
Korra is
trip.
great.
Korra's fucking awesome.
It was such a good one.
God damn.
I know.
I'm
I
feeling
know.
inspired to watch them now
I
too.
also really wanna rewatch Full Metal Alchemist.
Can I ask a question? Is
Yes.
it Ghibli or Ghibli?
So, there are people who pronounce it both ways. Technically, I think I've heard that it is supposed to be Ghibli,
Okay.
but I say Ghibli because Ghibli feels like when people say that like, GIFs, like, online,
Oh,
I'm
r
sorry, it's,
yeah. No, I
the
say it like a GIF.
yeah, I say GIF,
Yeah.
but technically it was supposed to be GIF, which I think is so wrong. I have a visceral reaction
That's
to that. I think
outrageous. That's
it's so wrong.
outrageous.
It's so wrong. It makes me wanna riot.
That is an affront to humanity. I don't like
It
that at
really
all.
is. It feels so wrong, and so I say Studio Ghibli because
Okay.
it feels it feels softer.
That's how I say it too, because I
Yeah,
don't see I believe it's spelled GH, right?
right, right,
Ghibli, right? So to me, if I see GH together, I don't think J.
right. I think of a softer
Yeah.
g.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I say it too, but I was wondering which one was the right one because it's a topic that keeps coming up over the past couple weeks for some reason. This is, like, not the first time I've been talking about Ghibli, and I'm like, "What?" I don't know what it is. I guess it's that January vibe. Everybody's like, "Let's go down to the Ghibli market." But,
Yep.
yeah, I was wondering if I was totally butchering his name or not.
I don't blame. Oh, you know why? Because The Boy and the Heron recently was released. That was an
Oh,
amazing
I
movie.
haven't seen it.
It's still in theaters. Rob and I saw it the first week of January, and it was we both cried. We both just
Wow.
sat in the theater and cried. I know. I know.
God, I can't remember
Rob
the last
crying,
time I've been
unheard
in a
of.
public theater.
I know, that's the thing. I couldn't remember either, but it was a really good movie. I wasn't really sure about what it was going to be about because, like, they kind of give a little bit of an indication, but, like, the movie actually is about death and dying and
Mm,
transition, and it was done so beautifully. I cannot recommend that people see that enough. It's a beautiful portrayal of death and the process of grieving and just oh, it
that
was
sounds
very,
really
very
nice,
beautiful.
actually. I'll
Yeah,
wait
it
for it
was
to
a
come
really
out.
good movie.
I totally won't pirate it at all. I
I'm very convinced that you will not.
will
That's
not. I do not
yeah,
engage in such behavior.
yeah.
Never. What else do you have planned for Ghost Tea for this coming year? Have you been able to put any thought into it?
What I would like to see and do with Ghost Tea, obviously, expanding the merch line was something that I wanted to do.
Mhm.
I'm also really looking forward to having more guests on the show. There's a couple people who I have in mind to come on the show as guests and talk, just because I really love having that dynamic of a discussion of for like two people. And so I'm really excited to do that. There's a couple topics that I've wanted to talk about on Ghost Tea, but either we weren't able to get around to it or it just wasn't like the right timing for it. So those are things that I would like to get into. I'm not positive exactly where Ghost Tea is going to end up this year, but I do plan on just kind of taking it day by day, at least for now.
Those sound
Um,
incredible. I can't wait to see
yeah,
what comes out.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really exciting. I'm excited to see how it grows and evolves. It's kind of like watching a little tadpole.
I agree. It's like watching a little ghosty slowly growing up and, like, right and, like, marking his height on the side of
Yeah.
the
Oh my
door
god.
frame.
Uh,
He's, like,
Stop
4 years
it.
old now,
So
so he's,
cute.
like,
He's a little
tall.
baby.
He's getting taller every
He's a little
year.
toddler, a little
Yeah.
ghost toddler.
Yeah, a little ghosty
Yeah.
baby just growing up. I can't wait. So to wrap up this announcement episode, again, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everybody who has supported Ghosty and me as a co-host and who has welcomed me on as a co-host so graciously. That was such a beautiful I had a beautiful welcoming from everybody. That was
It
wonderful.
really
I
was.
was
I love
so grateful for
yes.
that. That's wonderful. And, all the people that I've met through the podcast and the guests that we've had on that we've been able to converse with and just making some incredible memories. And, so thank you again, everybody, and I fucking adore you. And by the way, make 2024 your bitch. This is a year for you, by the way. Make it about you and following your passions and what sets your soul on fire.
Yes. It's an 8 year.
Mm. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. 2 plus 2 wait, 2 plus 2 plus 4 is an 8
Ooh.
year.
And
Yeah.
what does that have I so for I mean, I might be because we're approaching the Leo full moon, but, like, I'm in that mad Leo energy as a Leo sun, and I don't know if it's, like, 2024 is giving me real intense Leo energy, but I don't know. It could just be because of that fire, the fire, like, as a catalyst to move things forward, either to destroy things or to make space for new things to grow, but there's this sort of fiery energy that 2024 has that 2023 felt more earthy to me.
Mhm. Well, I think if I can remember correctly, isn't strength the 8th card in the major
If it
arcana?
is, then that would be the Leo card, yeah.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
actually be. Let's do a quick
I feel
Google.
like it might be. Yeah. I know it can be different in certain decks, but I feel like it's strength.
Oh my god, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, dude,
Tarot
I
card knowledge coming in there.
fucking love that so much. That is the Leo, energy then. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Vibing.
Well, that and with Pluto moving into Aquarius now, that also puts that tension on Leo as well. So it does make sense. There's going to be a lot of new energy collectively for fixed signs placements.
Is it finally gonna be a good year for us? I hope.
Well, I mean, I I don't know actually. Pluto is it is an outer planet, so it's less influential on like a personal level.
Mm.
And more so on a collective level.
Oh, I
But,
like that.
um, so it's kind of like a background energy that will kind of be felt more so than like a prominent everyday kind of thing.
Mm.
And it will probably more so affect, how collectively we're moving forward as a society. Overall, like it does put a little bit more tension on those fixed placements because previously it was in Capricorn. So any placements in Capricorn or Aries or Libra or Cancer, we're getting that energy for the last 15, 16 years.
So it's
So
like when people say we're in an age of Aquarius, is that what they mean? Or is that because that's like uh the millennium that we're in or something?
Um, it kind of depends on who you talk to. For some people, they do say that Pluto moving into Aquarius was like going to be the start of the age of Aquarius. For other people, it's just kind of like an energetic thing. I think
Oh,
it makes more sense to kind of align it with Pluto since that is like a collective thing and moving into that sign like that makes sense to me. But on an energetic level like it kind of feels almost more new agey if you have it on an energetic level, at least for me.
okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've just heard people say Age of Aquarius, and I was like, I don't know what
Same.
that means, but cool.
Like
Fantastic.
awesome.
Everything is awesome. When you know that you're part of a team. But yeah, so, like I said, to round this out, thank you again, everybody. And I fucking love you. And I can't wait to see y'all on the flip side.
Yes, and of course, we will have Alyssa's link in the description, so check that out, and I will also have their social media down there as well, and
Mm.
Patreon links and stuff so that you can easily find them wherever they are. Definitely go and, if you don't already follow them on social media, do that so that you can stay up to date with what they're doing and what they're, working on, and that way everybody can stay in touch and be up to date.
Perfect. Thank you again,
Awesome.
everyone. And thank you, Ariel.
Of course, of
All
course.
right.
Thank you all for being here. We love you and we want
Very
to just
much.
say thank you so much for all the support that you've given us and I'm excited to see what season 4 brings.
Bye, ghosties.
Bye.